Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and we are back to catch up on the Salt Wives and the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, y'all, listen, we done missed out on the last two tree episodes of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but nevertheless, they are continuing to come through and give what they needed to have gave. Okay, my friend is in the building. Sweet P724 says, "Hey Shay, just getting home from work, girl. You've been at work all this time, girl. Where is my baby?" I know he was like, "Where is my mama?" Okay, listen. Well, I'm glad you at home, girl. Grab you a glass of wine. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Sweet P is also one of my members, and she is my mod. So y'all better respect her in the chat. Okay, all right. She is in charge. She is in charge. All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump right in because it is 10:00. It's 10:13. All right, it is late. Look, I'm about to say he better be look, I just was like, it's late. He better be sleep, child. Okay, and he is. He's asleep. Good. Okay. Listen, you know how these kids be fighting their sleep, child. My Gavin upstairs sleep too, but he ain't want to go to bed either. Black Butterfly 1585, also one of my members. Thank you so much for joining. Says, "Good evening, Shay Mars in chat. What up? Thank you so much for joining." All right, y'all, let's jump right on into these Salt Wives. Listen, Meredith, baby, why? Just why? Girl, why are you so mad at that lady? You have been beating up on homegirl. What's her name? She's the annoying one, child. I done forgot her daggone name. Meredith had a whole situation on the airplane where Brittany, she's on the airplane. There is a debacle back and forth between Meredith, Lisa, and Brittany. Okay. Everybody agrees that Meredith is going ham on this girl for no reason. Mind you, Meredith threw a drink on the girl. She jumped up like she was going to throw hands with her while they were on the boat. I think that Meredith is going through something and she's taking it out on Brittany. Because on the boat, when Brittany just kind of snickered or said something, under her breath, real slick or whatever, Meredith was really going off on that girl. And Brittany don't deserve the treatment that Meredith is giving her. And Meredith gonna jump crazy with the wrong one and somebody gonna slap the shit out of her. Okay. I think that she thinks that Brittany is soft and that she not gonna do nothing. Like she real doofy. So she thinks that she can bully Brittany. And Meredith, you need to go see the lady, because what you're not about to do is be a grown woman on here, emotionally and physically schmoozing somebody on this cast. That's what you're not about to do. Throwing drinks, yelling, screaming, and whatnot. Girl, sit your tight shoulders down. Take them swords on the end of your shoulders and go on and sharpen them somewhere else. Because you're doing too much. It's just team too effing much. Because let me tell you something, Meredith would have set them shoulders to try to come and cock them over at me. And we would have been like overboard, because she'd have been love overboard. I done thrown your ass off this boat. That's exactly what I would have been doing. Okay? Because what you're not going to do is play with me. So the ladies had a whole party for Brittany. We're gonna get us up to speed to this last episode, child. So the ladies had a party for Brittany. They came Brittany came over to one of the girls' houses and whatnot, and they had a little party for her, and they all had their hair all messed up and shit, and whatever. So they were all talking about what happened on the airplane and how it just wasn't right. And I don't think it was right either. Everybody was taking Brittany's side, even though Lisa and Meredith continued to act like they don't know what was going on. For me, and this is just me, none of y'all was really messing with Brittany before. So why all of a sudden now y'all want to acknowledge and Heather, I'm really shocked at you. I know you and Brittany are friends, and you the one that brought her onto the show, but all season you've been up Lisa's ass. So what changed? What changed? Now y'all have parties at Whitney's house. I don't get it. And that was sweet of Whitney to have this party, but I don't get it. Y'all were just arguing with Brittany. But anyway, moving on. They had this party for her to cheer her up because they didn't agree with how Meredith and Lisa treated her on that airplane. So moving on, okay. We get to later on in that the episode before last. I know it's a new episode that came on tonight, y'all. We'll talk about that tomorrow because I'm going to do Salt Lake City, the new episode, along with Southern Charm tomorrow night. So they all go to Mary's church. So Mary has, gotten the church remodeled and whatnot. And she has all the ladies come to church. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, y'all. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Mary Crosby, that sermon, it touched me, child. She had me up in here about to get up and give a stomp to the Lord. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Am I catching the Holy Ghost in my living room? Okay, girl. Mary, you better go on and preach to the people and lead them to Jesus, honey. Moving on. The ladies was loving the sermon. I mean, listen, the WPs love a good old black sermon, okay? Because you come up in the black church, you're gonna get a little dancing, a little crying, a little rejoicing and whatnot. You can move around and dance and things. You ain't got to be all couth and all that. We are here to show the Lord how much we love him, and we are not ashamed, okay? So the ladies come together, and Mary says, you know what, I want to bring everybody together, because Mary tried to have a conversation with Meredith on the side and tell her that she was dead MNF and wrong for how she treated Brittany on that aircraft as well. And Meredith was like, I didn't do anything. I'm just not understanding why you all are thinking that I did something to Brittany, and I didn't. Also in this episode, we got Bronwyn over here. Todd is just treating her like pure crap. Okay. Now, Bronwyn, one thing I will say, you kept on pushing the conversation, talking about, his schmexcapades and looking at women and pictures and all this, that, and the third. The man already said, okay, I was looking at pictures and it probably wasn't good. It wasn't even, good for me to be looking at women on the airplane and somebody caught me. Yeah, duh, Todd. You're a public figure. People know that your wife is on this show. So why the hell would you be looking at nudes or whoever the hell you was looking at on the internet, knowing that somebody is going to take a picture, send it to TMZ, and then send it to your wife? Why for come did you think that was okay? And mind you, Todd, don't nobody want your overgrown Santa Claus looking ass. Okay? Baby, no. And if they do want you, they want you just for the same reason Brahma with your ass, for your cash. And it's giving ED anyway. I don't even know. Will it stay there? Will it be ready? Because Brahman over there, to keep talking about all this head game she giving you. Is that needed so that you can perform at this age? I am confusion. Child, maybe I don't know. Maybe the hot dog outfits you be wearing, Brown, when it ain't doing it for the man no more. Okay, the man is bored with all the costumes and whatnot, and the outfits is just, it's not giving what he thought it needed to have gave. He just looking for a woman in some lingerie that's gonna please him and put him to sleep. Okay, and you over here performing for the peoples. So they had a conversation and he said, you know what, I shouldn't have shut down on you like that. Basically he apologized for how he treated her, but then she want to go deep diving into the conversation. And then she's talking about how she was talking to Whitney about it and all this, that, and the third. That man don't want to hear how you was talking to another woman about how he over here looking at other chicks on his phone. Talk to your husband. That's all you need to do, Bronwyn. Bronwyn, sometimes you just do a lot of bit of too much, okay? So moving on, the ladies get to this. This is the last episode before the one that is coming on tonight. So the ladies go and Mary invites them to this. I guess this is supposed to be a luncheon to get everybody together. Now, one thing I do like is that Heather is calling Lisa out on her shit because nobody on this cast seems to want to call Lisa out. Now they do, but then they don't. Now Whitney ends up arguing with Lisa, but they don't always get anywhere with the conversations that they're having. I think that Lisa is very delusional. Also, we didn't talk about, let me tell y'all something. Can I tell y'all something? Lisa's husband gonna divorce her. Give it a year. John is sick of Lisa's shit. I'm telling you right now. John is very sick of Lisa's shit. Lisa does not listen to John, and John is tired of Lisa thinking that she can puppeteer him. That man, I guarantee you, let me tell you something. In my opinion, I think John got him another woman. He got another woman that's not full of herself and that is his equal, that listens to him. He has another woman that doesn't force him to agree with her all the time. He can have an actual conversation with her. I think that why I keep calling him Todd? John would rather split his money up and be close to broke than to continue to deal with Lisa and her bullshit. And quite frankly, I don't listen. I agree with him. I ain't mad at the man. Lisa is fucking annoying. I would not even be able to stay with her. I would not be able to stay with her. Lisa is annoying. And even in the conversation, he said she was talking about how she was having a conversation. They were talking about something and she was like, and we were talking about how, I don't, he thinks it's weird the way you talk to me and you're ignoring me and stuff. He said, does he think, or were you telling him how to think? And that's exactly what Lisa does. She tells those children how to think. She does. She wants everybody to be on her side. And bitch, you are dead fucking wrong. 80% of the time, you are wrong. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Everybody that's around her being a yes man or woman, you gonna get screwed. Because she keep on doing all this stuff that don't make no damn sense. And it is going to be a serious cry for help for her later on. Because she's going to be like, how did I lose everything? Nobody told me. Well, you wouldn't listen, bitch. You thought you knew every goddamn thing. Tired of her. John is tired of her. And he got another woman across town throwing that ass in a circle for him. And not talking shit. And every time he's with Lisa, he can't wait to get away from her. That's why he is open. He don't give two shits about her. I could see it in his eyes because John wouldn't dare talk back to her at first. I think Lisa used to give him a script as to what to say so that they could look perfect on TV. Now, John, he don't give two shits. 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it, bitch. He don't give a shit about you. Because he got to come back for that ass every time. He's like, you don't even listen. Look at you right now, not even listening to me. Look at you. Trying to tell me what I think. You don't tell me what to do. He was, oh, baby. Mm. That woman across town, she giving it up, baby. She giving it to him. And she making that man, she making him feel like a real man. Mm-hmm. You about to be a divorcee, bitch. Lisa, you ain't about to have no husband, girl. He about to leave you, girl. Moving on. So Lisa is at this, speaking of Lisa, she is at this luncheon. Okay. She is at this luncheon just lying her ass off, her and Meredith. She's like, I don't remember. I got on the plane. I vented to Lisa for a little bit. I put on a movie. I fell asleep and I woke up. I was venting to a friend. I just don't remember everything. I just really don't. I'm just not going to go back and forth about this. And everybody like, bitch, do you think we blind? We was right next to you. We were right here next to you. Now, Bronwyn, with her dumb ass, okay? Because I like Bronwyn, but Bronwyn do some dumb shit. So I just don't understand Bronwyn's motives sometimes. So Bronwyn had a conversation with Meredith, okay? So basically, she discloses to Meredith what Whitney says to her about, what happened with Meredith on the plane and how somebody told her their conversation with Meredith. And Meredith really was, basically blocking, shucking, and jiving and acting like, she ain't do nothing. And basically telling her she thinks that Meredith was drunk and that's why she was acting like that, because she was having a whole bunch of drinks in the lounge. And Meredith was talking about all she did was, she remembers, is watching a movie, and it wasn't even that long that this whole situation transpired. And all of them were like, girl, bitch, you was going on this girl for like 30 minutes nonstop. So Meredith is in denial, but Bronwyn over here spilling the beans. And Whitney is like, I believe you have hatred in your heart. You either got hatred in your heart, a drinking problem, or anger problems. She's like, some of that is you mixing some damn substances, and we witnessed all this shit. And I can't believe that you sitting over here trying to make us think that we don't have eyes in our sockets. So here go Bronwyn talking about something, I tried to ask a lot of questions, and, I tried to have your back, but you outed me at this table. And now, you about to ruin my relationship with Whitney. Because you telling her that I done came over here and talked to you about all this stuff. I've damaged my relationship with Whitney trying to help you. And I'm like, Bronwyn, you shouldn't have tried to help her do shit. You should have kept your damn mouth shut, because you know that Whitney is actually your friend, which I don't know for how long, child, because, Whitney is a little flip-flop too. She a little flip-flop too. Now, at the same token, Brittany is not at this luncheon also, because even though everybody is here sitting here talking about her, we can't forget Mary don't fuck with her. She don't like her ass. Which, Mary, girl, you got to get over that. You're going to have to get over this whole situation with Brittany. I know you don't like Brittany, but child, y'all on this show together. You got to let the shit go. Okay? You got to let the shit go. So moving on, Mary and in the next scene, Mary and Angie K are over here working out. Now, how the hell did y'all get Mary to go up in some damn way working the hell out? Now, I can't believe also, y'all, Mary is in her 40s. I thought Mary was at least 52. Maybe she just got an old soul and whatnot. But yeah, I could have sworn Mary was like 52, but Mary is in her damn 40s. So we go back over to Bronwyn's house. Yeah, girl, Sweet Pea, she in her 40s, honey. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. She got to be closer to 50 though. Bronwyn over here talking to Muzzy. Now, Muzzy is fuzzy, and Muzzy can get the fuck, okay? Muzzy got a lot of shit to say. She got a lot of shit to say. And Muzzy talks a whole lot. Like, she always on Todd's side with stuff and always talking crazy. And I'm like, Muzzy, do you realize that the only reason that you're enjoying all these amenities in this house is because of my cootie cat? I'm over here fucking Todd, and that's how we got married, and that's how I got all this money. He ain't gonna pay for you without me, bitch. Okay. Muzzy just be talking shit. Now I don't get it. So we go on over to Heather's house and she's sitting down with her children and they doing plies and shit and whatnot. But I believe Heather is over here, she embracing getting her house together without her damn girls in there. She ready to be an empty nester and not have to deal with their shit because all of them kind of have moved on, living their own lives in different places and doing different things. But it makes her feel good that, her kids are doing stuff. Now she over here watching the pool boy because they cleaning out her daggone pool. And I'm like, Heather, girl, if you gotta watch the pool boy, if that's your entertainment and your eye candy for the day, I'm gonna need you to get you a toy or something. Cause baby, it's a lot of cobwebs in there that need to go on and get on up out of there. You got to get them cobwebs out. Cause at this point, it's getting crazy. It's getting real crazy. So Lisa and Meredith are going to get some pedicures or some spa treatments together. Basically, they over here sitting here being delusional together. Lisa always trying to act like she's doing the most, like, oh my God, I'm so busy. I broke my nail, but I'm just so busy with slammed with work. I'm doing so much. It's just so intense, my life. But that lunch, oh my God, what do you think? It was just so weird. Okay. Oh my God. So Meredith is like, I just don't think that they're supportive friends. She's like, everybody is against her. And she feels like Heather was kind of leading the charge against her and everybody was judging her. And I'm like, both of y'all are sitting there being delusional. Delusional. And she's like, yeah, Whitney was judging me. And, she was questioning me about my drinking and my mental health. And, these are damaging rumors. And I'm like, and Lisa's my, what is she, a psychologist now? Y'all, listen. I've never seen two women that are just so phony in my life. Never seen two women that are so phony in my life. And Meredith, girl, you talking about you don't see yourself moving forward with Whitney. You never were going to move forward with Whitney. You always have been going back and forth with Whitney, you and Lisa. Both of y'all were talking shit about her business. Y'all just don't want to be friends with her. I just, what is going on? So Lisa, 2 days before, she goes out with Brittany, and Brittany basically tells her she feels like she was complicit with Meredith in her accosting her. And Lisa's like, no, I feel like I was helping you out. And Brittany was like, no, I feel like this is like the sixth worst thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. And, I can't believe this happened to me. And Lisa's like, well, I did apologize to you. I feel really badly. I was supporting you, and I feel like I was supporting you. Lisa, you were not supporting Brittany on that airplane. It seemed like you and Meredith was ganging up on her. It's crazy. Meredith, they go back to the scene with her and Meredith is like, listen, Brittany has been horrible to me. And, yeah, I feel sorry for her, but she can't hold a relationship. She struggles professionally. It's kind of like, she's a sad specimen. And Lisa was like, she was asking me how I feel about you and, the situation. And I'm just like, both of y'all are delusional. Y'all are sitting up here bullying this girl. And Lisa, you over here helping your friend. You need to tell Meredith that she got anger problems and she better stop before Brittany come out of her foolishness and slap the shit out of her. I don't give a damn if Meredith is a lawyer or not. You might have to brush the dust off of that lawyer license and go and take the bar again, because you might have to represent your damn self. Child, people play entirely too daggone much. So Heather and Whitney are moving some shit out of Heather's house. Whitney pulls up in this U-Haul. They are moving shit out of Heather's house. Neither one of these hoes can drive. How the hell do y'all have on heels putting shit in a damn U-Haul. What the hell are you doing? Then Heather has on a damn Chanel belt. She got on a dress. Like all of this to move her old ass 20-year-old mattress out of her house. This the mattress that she done humped on to have her children. This the mattress that she done slept on with her ex-husband. It's so many semen sandwiches on this daggone mattress, child. She ready to get rid of it and go and get her a new bed. Now, why the fuck do you have on 8-inch heels doing this? At least Whitney got on some damn tennis shoes. What did y'all really think that y'all was doing? Child, Whitney and goddamn Lord, moving on, okay? Moving on. So they get this bed on this daggone U-Haul, okay? Heather is sitting up here reminiscing. Then they get in the truck and they drive off and they talk about the whole situation with Meredith. And you know, listen, Heather is like she really don't want to be at odds with, Meredith and Lisa, but it's just, both of them they're not being honest about the whole situation. And Whitney is like she's genuinely concerned about Meredith, because Meredith blacks out, she gets mad, she feels like she really does. She's trying to push this whole thing about Meredith having a drinking problem and how she mixes alcohol and shit. And she goes into talking about her dad and basically she feels like a lot of the things that Meredith does, it resembles what her father has done. Now, Whitney, I'm going to say this. I know your father was an alcoholic and you've dealt with that. But what you don't want to do is run around telling people that they have addictions and you're not around her 24/7. You're not around her 24/7. So you don't want to be laying claim to something like that for somebody. Then she goes into talking about how Bronwyn is a venomous snake and how she basically backstabbed her. Well, girl, listen. You know it's going to happen at some point, okay? Y'all going to get to the point where some shit just going to happen. It's just going to happen. So we get to this scene with Brittany, okay? She goes over here and she meets up with her daughter to talk to her daughter. I think they're going to go see a therapist or something. Which, listen, Brittany was supposed to be taking a 30-day break or whatever the hell from old boy, the Osmond dude. And she still goes to meet him anyway in a prior episode and then gets mad about it when he does exactly what he always does, which is be himself, a dickhead. So they're sitting down. Her and her daughter are sitting here talking to the therapist, and the daughter just basically lets it all out about how she feels like her mother got married quickly after her and her dad got a divorce, and kind of like her whole world was revolving around these other men, and how her and her siblings were not really her mom's priority. And how, basically when she got married to her second husband, she just honestly became more of she got closer to her stepmom. And her sister, you know, Brittany ain't give two shits about them. She just moved on, and she was a better stepmom to her husband's kids than she was to her own kids. And I was like, damn, that's messed up. That's extremely messed up. So you putting all your attention on your stepchildren, but you're not spending time with your own two kids. What type of shit is that, Brittany? All of this is pleasing these men. That's all you care about, is pleasing these men. But I'm glad that her daughter, Olivia, was able to get all of this out. And I hope that the therapist can properly communicate how they can move past a lot of this stuff, because the biggest step is the fact that Brittany is here with the therapist. And I hope that Brittany gets some help for herself, because I feel like Brittany don't really love herself and she's looking for someone to love her. I wonder how her relationship is with her father, because she just seeks validation in men so bad that is crazy. And she honestly don't even understand why she does the things that she does. And it's crazy. So the therapist asked them about their goals for their relationships, you know, and how they want to move forward in therapy, and basically what do they really want to work on. And Brittany is just like, she just wants to get to know her daughter, and she wants to move on, and she wants to heal from this. And she just wants to feel like she's worthy of their love. She doesn't feel like she's worthy of anything. And that's huge, because with her feeling like she's not worthy, that explains why she continuously seeks validation. It really is. And her daughter, Olivia, feels like, listen, she's feeling the same thing. She's feeling like she's not worthy of her mom's love. Like, why is it that my mom doesn't love me? And that really kind of broke my heart that this girl was over here feeling like this about her mom. But I just feel like Brittany don't really have a whole bunch of remorse about the things that she does. But hopefully they can continue to go to therapy and they can heal from this and move forward. So moving on, we got Muzzy Bronwyn and her daughter doing some potting in trees and shit. Okay. They over here doing some bonsai trees and stuff together. All right. So this is supposed to be some three generational type of activity and whatnot. All right. So this is our first time seeing Gwen in a while. She is very beautiful. She looked like she done cut her hair like her mama and whatnot. So she's a very beautiful young lady. I don't know about her letting her live in the house with her boyfriend, but it is what it is. So Bronwyn talks about the boy sticking his pee pee in her daughter, and I'm like, girl, what? Why are you talking about your daughter's sex life? I don't get it. I don't get it. I think these conversations are weird. Or maybe I read that wrong, because I think that they were talking about the relationship or the some pet that they have or something. I don't know, child. But moving on, Brown begins to talk about uh Gwen's short stint in college, basically what's the next steps for her in her life. When is she going to fly the coop and type of things? And Muzzy is like, yeah, you guys, I don't know how long Gwen is going to be living in this house. Like, she needs to grow up. Then she talks about Todd and how Todd is going to get rid of Bronwyn. And I'm like, why would you joke about that? Why would you joke about Todd getting rid of Bronwyn? Because if he get rid of Bronwyn, he gonna get rid of your ass too, bitch. You old bitch. I don't get it. So then Gwen steps in and she says, it's just really hard, all of these things between the two of you, because Gwen has caught Todd looking at pictures of women as well. And I think that is really strange. This is supposed to be your stepdad, and he over here looking at pictures of young women. And it's like, if I'm Gwen, I'd be like, well, motherfucker, are you looking at me sideways too? Because shit, I'm just a younger version of my damn mother. You sick fuck. I hope that's not what he's doing, but child, these men out here, you never know. And the pink things stick up, they just ready to put it in anybody. But Muzzy, if Bronwyn, you need to just go on and let Muzzy fly the coop. I don't know what's going on with Muzzy, why she always got to say some slick shit to Bronwyn, but Bronwyn then took her into her house. She taking care of her parents. And I don't know. Then she talks about her relationship with the dad and how they're having some nice moments, and they're everybody's getting along as a family, but it's hard for her. It's still really hard for her. And I'm like, listen, I think that the parents need to be grateful of the things that Bronwyn is doing for them. You living in her house, she's taking care of you. Just go on and cut the leaves off this damn bonsai tree, have this bonding moment, and stop talking shit. Okay? Now, Muzzy, Gwen jokes about Muzzy having a secret boyfriend. And she like, if I wanted to bring a man to the house, I would. And I'm like, girl, Muzzy, don't nobody want to see you with no damn man, okay? Moving on. Meredith sits down with Brittany, okay? This was a very interesting meetup, if I say so myself. Brittany wants an apology from Meredith. Meredith don't think that she's wrong, but she sits there and says, you know what, thank you so much for coming today. I wanted to come because, I wanted to talk to you face to face. And, I just wanted to just tell you that, listen, girl, listen, I'm sorry that you heard me talking to Lisa on the plane. Girl, you are sitting up here making up shit. You were doing more than talking to Lisa on the plane. You were talking shit to Brittany to her face. And she said, I said some things to Lisa that I'm sorry, if it may have hurt your feelings, but I was just talking to my friend and I'm sorry for that. Girl, she said, I try to treat people with kindness and respect, and, but I was just venting and I'm just kind of feeling myself. And, I don't feel like it's been an easy path for us. And Meredith, all you did basically in this moment is make excuses. You made excuses for what you did. You should have just apologized. Instead, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I apologize that I did this, but I did it because, it hasn't been a real easy road for us. Brittany is like, girl, I still feel hurt and traumatized, okay? But she accepts Meredith's apology. But she decides that, she's choosing to forgive Meredith because, listen, it's a lot of different nuances and relationships amongst the ladies, but she's just going to try to move forward and she's going to accept the apology. Then she says, but while I accept your apology, it was a shady thing to bring up the TikTok. And she says, I know it was a trigger for you, and I'm sorry about that, but why bring up the TikTok? Now, I don't know about this TikTok that they talking about, but I don't know. I don't know. I got to go back and see what this TikTok is about. Let me know in the comments what the hell the TikTok was about. But they accept each other's apologies, and, Brittany apologizes to her about the TikTok and hurting her. So Meredith says she's going to move on, and there's that. I don't think that Meredith ass is going to move on. And I think all of this is stupid. And I think Meredith needs to have some sort of storyline, because at this point, Meredith, you are just being nasty and mean to Brittany for no reason. And it's not entertaining. And you talking about baby steps with y'all in a relationship. You need to have a relationship with somebody on this cast other than goddamn Lisa. Okay? But anyway, child, let's get on to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Go ahead and like the video for me, please.
Yeah. Work, 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 work. To me, I be work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 in the girl with my da, 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 da. Drive me a dessert. Just a dog you lurking. Yeah. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody touched me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience.
All right, y'all. Oh, I ain't changed the daggone overlay, child. Let me change the overlay for y'all. All right, we are here with the Real Housewives of the Potomac, okay? Listen here. I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all right now, the gang up on Stacey Brigade is getting extremely, extremely old. I cannot take it anymore. It is not entertaining. I am over it to capacity. You hear me? I am sick and tired of season after season, Giselle and Ashley getting away with not having any type of story. Any type of story whatsoever. We do this 10 million downloads podcast with Giselle. And Robin, why you didn't bring your ass? Now you are feeling some type of way about how you left the show, but that's your business. That's how you did that. You fucked up an opportunity for you to come back on the show and show face and move forward. You just showed how childish you are. And if I was Giselle, I would be pissed at you because you ruined an opportunity for y'all to collectively represent y'all brand and push forward with y'all podcast. Also, Kiana, girl, go sit down somewhere. I'm sick and tired of you constantly trying to go back and forth with Stacy or Wendy. And you sitting over here looking like a goddamn guppy and a piranha all at the same time in the face, trying to read the hell out of Stacy. And Stacy read the fuck out of you. Now you coming on here talking about some, oh yeah, and Chris Samuels. Let me just stop y'all right here with the Chris Samuels, okay? Let me just stop you right here with the Chris Samuels. All the ladies are at this 10 million downloads, thing celebrating the Reasonably Shady podcast. If Monique told y'all that she don't want Chris no more, she don't give two shits about him, that's just her baby daddy. Who that is? That's her baby daddy. That's it. Long as the woman like children, she fine. Why the fuck do y'all care? Y'all thought that y'all was gonna come on this show and cause even more of a rift or have somebody coming after. Y'all wanted to sick Monique on Stacy because y'all don't like her. And because you, Ashley and Giselle, don't have no damn storyline. So y'all leaning on this whole thing with Stacy and Chris Samuels, and you trying to piss Monique off some kind of way to say, I know you ain't fucking my ex-husband. They've been divorced, she said, for almost 2 years now. She don't give two shits about Chris Samuels. Have y'all seen the pictures of her? Apparently, Monique is fucking with her old radio talk show host mate. And they said the peoples are saying the man is still married. The woman, his wife, posted something talking about something. It hurts her heart that they are separated and this, that, and the third. I don't know if they are fully divorced yet or if they still separated, but he's sure enough going to sleep in Monique's car and letting her do videos of him and hugging and kissing up on her in public. Monique could give two shits about what the hell Chris Samuels is doing. And she don't care how much weight he loses. She ain't tripping. Child. Black Butterfly 1585 says, good evening, Shay Mods in chat. I think I read that. Sweet Pea says, hey, Black Butterfly. Black Butterfly says, Mary's sermon was a tearjerker. It definitely was. I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. Sweet Pea 724 says, Todd look like it don't stay up no more. Yeah, he looked like that thing. His dog done died. Okay, that dog done died. Sweet Pea 724 says, not expired meat. Tom has expired meat. Black Butterfly. That thing expired, honey. Sweet Pea says, Johnston, Ohio. Oh, that's where his real woman lives. Child. I wouldn't be surprised. Surprise, surprise. Black Butterfly says, Lisa's voice alone drives me crazy. Yes, oh my God, yeah, it's because John, you're not treating me right. And you don't talk to me how you used to. Like, you just don't agree with me. And I just don't understand why you just can't do everything I tell you to do. It's just like, why? Why are you always trying to piss me off, John? I'm so sick of her. Can't. Can it, Lisa? Sweet Pea says, nails on a chalkboard, child. And it is, okay? Sweet Pea 724 says, lies. Marry 50-something. Child, don't marry in her 40s, child. That's what they said. That's what the people said. That's what the people said. What's up, D? D has entered the building. D is also one of my members. Thank you so much for showing up for your girl for the second time today, D. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sweet Pea says, hey, D. Not Klarna. Did you call her Klarna? Sweet Pea 724 says, Klarna need to go sit down somewhere and absolutely do. Okay. So Kiana is trying to go back and forth with Stacy, talking about something. I would never want to my man leave my man around you. And Stacy was like, "Girl, you ain't even got no man, and you ain't got no husband either. Like, girl, bye." And she was like, "I wouldn't want no dusty, cloudy, and chip ring like you got." And Stacy was like, "You ain't got no ring, girl. What the hell is you talking about? The fuck?" Then after Stacy goes ahead and packs her up and sends her off from the podcast, okay? Because you really ain't said shit that was funny, Kiana. You are trying and digging deeper and deeper and deeper for something for you to have to talk about. And it's not working. It's not working. The reads are not given. So then we got Angel over here talking to her husband, still talking about this whole catfish. Because Giselle called me a catfish. She called me a catfish. Bitch, shut up. The only time I want to see you say anything else about a catfish is if you eating some. Shut up. Don't nobody give a damn about this catfish stuff. And you want to pin it on Wendy so bad. And Giselle even came, you talking to Bobby about it. And he looking at you like, girl, just let it go. Give it up. Let it the fuck go. So Giselle comes over and she's talking to Giselle and she's like, I just feel like Wendy is so dismissive. So Wendy is like, girl, this is a one-sided beef, girl. Giselle told me that you got a problem with me. This is just so one-sided. And, you know, she said, you said something about I ain't say hi to you at the airport. Why you ain't speak to me? So Angel is going back and forth talking about something. You ain't speak to me and you call me a catfish and this, that, and the third. And Giselle said, girl, I called you a catfish. And even still, she still wants to have a beef with Wendy. Girl, you are conjuring this thing up and you are tired, delayed, and frayed. Get out. We don't care, girl. Kiana told you to have a problem with Wendy, and you are holding on to this like a dog with a bone. I just don't get it. Once Giselle said, I called you a catfish, that should have let it go. And now you want to be mad at Wendy because she laughed. Everybody at the table laughed, you dog ass bitch. Here's the thing. Angel thought that she was going to come on this show and she was going to sun some hoes. They've been on TV longer than you, bitch. They know how to handle this shit. And you on a show with a whole bunch of hoes that got money too. You ain't the one that just got all the money, bitch. Okay? They got money too. So what else is going on? What else do you got going on? So here go Kiana trying to argue with Stacy again, doing the facial expressions, doing the absolute fucking most. And Jazzy is standing there looking at her like, girl, me and my husband are here and we don't have time for your bullshit. And Stacy like, girl, go run the Greg child because I ain't got time. She's like, did you pay TJ? See, and here's the thing. That's what y'all should have led with Stacy. Y'all should have tried to get TJ back on the show to come for her like that if you was going to come for her. But y'all keep on trying to do this shit with her husband. Let me tell you this. I don't think Stacy ever got a divorce. I think that Stacy was always married to her husband. They never got a divorce. I think that because her husband had such a senior level position with Audi, he didn't want to be on TV. So he allowed her to do this little cockamamie dumbass story with TJ. Because there's no way. Stacy is very attractive. TJ is, in my opinion, gay. So I think that was the only way that her husband was going to be okay with her doing these schemes and plots. So get you a little gay man that can pretend like he going to be your man, and I'm going to see how I go on the season. Because Stacy had been trying to get on the Housewives of Potomac for quite some time. So she wasn't going to miss out on her opportunity because her husband didn't want to film. And I get it. When you have a senior level position in a corporation, you're not trying to show your face on this drama that they have on these TV shows. It is what it is. So now that he's willing to show himself, he still ain't trying to be around these cackling ass hens. And I think that Stacy brought what's her name? Tia or Taya, whatever her name is. I think she brought her because she is British and South African, or got no, she's Nigerian and all that. I think she feels like, oh, Tia is cultured, so let me bring her around him. Maybe he'll feel comfortable with her because they both got accents and shit. I don't know. I don't know. But moving on, we go to the all the ladies take a shot. Stacy leaves the event. Giselle is running Stacy up out of there, talking about something. Yeah, go ahead and leave. Get on out. Giselle, shut the fuck up. Cause you talking about Stacy don't need to be around nobody's husband or children. What the hell are you talking about? Stacy don't need to be around nobody's children. What the hell this girl done to somebody's child? You just say shit just to say it. It don't make no damn sense. And those types of allegations on somebody, you sound dumb as shit. And why she don't need to be around nobody's husband? She ain't been around nobody's husband. Chris Samuels is not married to Monique no more. And frankly, Monique could give two shits about what Chris Samuels is doing. Y'all are trying to make Monique get activated over Chris, and it's not working. And y'all mad because now your little storyline is shot to shit. So Stacy leaves and she go home, but Stacy like, girl, listen, I have the money, I have the house, I have the man, I have the daughter, the beautiful kid. Like, I don't got time for y'all bitter assholes. Y'all the bitter betties. And y'all are mad because nothing that y'all do ruffles Stacy's feathers. Y'all think Giselle keep on living this sorority life where she over here hazing bitches, and Stacy keep on blocking all her blows left and right because she just literally could give two shits about what you think about her. She doesn't care to be your friend. She's not pressed. Stacy don't give two shits about none of y'all. All she cared about is being on this show. And frankly, she's doing a damn good job of keeping her space on there. And y'all are helping her do it. Y'all don't like her because Stacy don't give a shit about what y'all think about her. Y'all want her to care so bad. Ashley, you want Stacy to care so bad about what you think. And she doesn't. She doesn't. Why does she need to care? Why does she need to kiss your ass, Giselle? You are single and miserable, living in a finally finished house down a hill in Rockville. Nobody cares, Giselle. Stacy doesn't care. She's not pressed. And Ashley, you had to fuck on an old ass man for years for you to get the coin that you got. You finally starting to dress a little better. You done got you a little stylist, even though you still look like a fucking Bama. But you had to do all of that fucking on that old ass man just so that you can get your money, get some money, and have two kids to secure you some cash. Stacy ain't got to do that. So Stacy sits down with Arabella and Timo, or Timu, whatever his name is, and they making pizza and they talking as a family and whatnot. Listen, Stacy is talking about her gummies. She tells Arabella that she just makes gummies. She talking to Timo about her business. But she don't want to tell Arabella about, really what the hell she's selling, weed damn gummies. She can't tell her daughter that. So she's like, it's going to be the three of us. Her daughter says, I hope it's just the three of us forever. And Stacy is like, they don't want to confuse the daughter because, they already told her that they got a divorce. So they're not trying to confuse her. Stacy, you ain't tell that girl that y'all got no damn divorce. Stop lying. Now, Stacy, you do got a little lying problem. Okay? You be lying a lot. And mind you, people are like, everybody got a problem. Everybody excuses Stacy's lying and she always lying, but y'all don't check her on her lying. All these bitches be lying. At least Stacy's lies don't hurt somebody. Giselle lied on Candace's husband, trying to make it seem like made him lose a whole job at the W Hotel. You did this whole thing making it seem like you were uncomfortable around him, like he tried to do something to you. Stacy's lies directly have to do with her. They don't affect anybody else's life. Giselle has lied on people. And she has admitted on camera that she enjoys lying on people to stir shit up. That's not okay. And Ashley is over here conjuring up shit because the only thing that was ever entertaining about her was Michael. And now that that's gone, she ain't got shit going on. Child, speaking of Ashley, we going over to her house and she got her mama coming over and she, have sitting down having a conversation with her mother about her husband again. Now, Ashley, you don't need to give nobody no damn advice because just because you got a man that has some money, he treated you like shit too. Did your mother sit here and tell you to leave your man? You sitting up here talking about your mother this and your mother working hard to the bone and this man don't treat her right. Your mother is grown AF. Leave your mother alone and you don't tell your mother what to do. You're going to continue to take care of your mother if that's what you're doing. So just knock it the fuck off, Ashley. You are definitely not the one to give nobody no damn relationship advice when you was over here having threesomes and shit just to please Michael and keep his money. Girl, shut the fuck up. Let your mother be over here. Let me tell you something. That's got to be some real love for her to be. They said that the woman was living under a bridge with the man and shit. Let me tell you something. She must really love this man, okay? And that's your sister's daddy. And your sister is in her 20s. They've been together for a long time. Let it the fuck go, Ashley. And if this is your storyline, talking about your mama and her husband, girl, you in trouble, Ashley. Because I don't think Andy halfway like your ass anyway. And your mother is not on the show. So we don't give two shits about your mother's relationship. And your mother has the patience of Job because she's sitting here listening to you and she always has like the most content face. Like, I am so sick and tired of my daughter bringing up my damn marriage. I don't got time for this shit. Leave my relationship alone. Then Ashley tells her about taking care of herself and her health and how her mother was sick and her blood pressure. Listen, now that I can understand. It's like we got to parent our parents these days. I do the same thing with my dad. Dad, don't eat this, don't eat that. You need to be paying attention. Don't be doing all this and that and the third. So Ashley is like, listen, mom, I love you so much. It's basically all I have is you and my kids and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, Ashley, you having this heartfelt conversation with your mother. This is your storyline. While this is all nice, but girl, you're going to have to come on and do something else. You're going to have to come and do something else. So moving on, we go over to Wendy's house. Wendy's sister comes over. Jazzy comes over to her house or whatever. Wendy is sitting down. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the wrong damn scene, child. Wendy go over Jazzy's house. So Darius is cooking up some food for them. I don't know. Darius must be on the off season, child, because he over here, he got time to be cooking up some nachos and shit. So they all sit down. Stacy is coming over as well. So they talk about the Reasonably Shady podcast event and how everybody was basically ganging up on Stacy. And Stacy was like, God dang, I just felt like everybody was coming from all ends. And Wendy was like, yeah, girl, you was in the corner. They got you for a little bit. And I love how Wendy and Stacy are, basically having each other's back. Even though Stacy is doing the whole weed line and all this stuff, I love the fact that Wendy is not threatened by that. Because my thing is, if you can do it, so can somebody else. If there's one, they're going to make two. So I can appreciate the fact that Wendy is not hating on Stacy and letting her get her little piece of the pie too. But Jazzy, this is just a side note. What is this veil that you got on in your confessional? Okay, girl, we know you just got married, but this outfit looks stupid, by the way. But moving on. They sitting down, eating and whatnot, and eating shrimp. So Angel, on the flip side, she's at her house, and she has a spread from Costco laid out for the ladies. So Giselle, Ashley, and Kiana go over to, and Sharice. They done found Sharice, and Tia is over there as well. So they all sitting down to eat and whatnot. And Angel pulls out her binoculars so she can look out yonder looking for her husband. She just wants to show everybody that she got a little bit of coin. Girl, none of them are paying, at this point, none of the ladies are paying her any attention. Nobody asked her, why are you using binoculars? None of that, because all of them have money. Ashley has the most money of all you bitches on this cast. Which, kudos to her, because if I had to fuck on that old ass man all these years to get that money, then hey, do what you, child, you deserve every coin, okay? So Angel is talking about her new house that she trying to buy. She found a house that got 9 bedrooms and this, that, and the third. And everybody like, oh, okay, girl. Nobody gives a damn. Angel just must be used to being around women that have less than her and them giving a damn. All these women have money, girl. They don't give a damn about none of that shit that you talking about. You're not impressing anybody. Nobody likes you. So they talk about, everybody is in their prospective homes talking about what happened at this podcast. So back at Jazzy's house, they're talking about, Wendy is like, listen, I didn't appreciate how everybody was coming at you from all ends. And Stacy was like, you know what? I don't understand Kay. Like, Kay is just doing the most. And she's like, Kay has been coming for me left and right. And I just don't understand basically all this venom that she got for me. And Wendy is like, yeah, you're definitely her favorite toy in the box right now. Like, she really likes to fuck with you. So basically, Stacy is like, listen, I'm open to having a conversation with Monique about this whole situation with Chris, but I'm not trying to have a conversation with Kay, because Kay is just doing too much. And she being a little too aggressive over nothing. And I understand Stacy's position. So Giselle is over here with the girls at Angel's house, and she is excited to be talking about Stacy. She's having a good old time over here bullying Stacy in a group. Like, this is her fun time. She just loves talking shit and just ganging up on somebody. Giselle, you are in your 50s and you look very lame right now. You are just too tickled to be over here talking shit about Stacy in a group. You are very lame. Very lame. I don't get it. But I think that's the best thing to do at this point is for this conversation to happen with Monique. And I can't wait. And I couldn't wait until they sat down with Monique. And Monique basically told them, girl, I don't give 2 shits about what you got going on with Chris. I'm done with him. So Kay has her mama and her brother come over. Now, Kay, is your brother a part of the community? I don't know. He seems very attentive, which is a good quality in a man, but I don't know that twist of the body. He has a nice body. He's an attractive man, but I don't know if he likes women. I don't know. But hey, we'll figure it out. So the mama comes over. Kay just got some finance people in her house, in her family. So she's at Greg's house, and she talks to her mother about basically Greg wants to buy her condo for her. And the mother is like, she's like, yeah, Greg, he wants to pay for my condo, and this, that, and the third. And Kay really thought that was so cute. But the mother is like, so he want to buy you a condo and not buy you a ring? Now, here's the thing. I am not one for pressing people to get married. Kay, only you would know if this man really wants to be with you. Now, the fact that he is willing to buy your condo before he buys you a ring, that says a lot. And The mama knows. Mama knows. Mama is looking at you like, so he basically sitting up here wasting your damn time. And I think that Kay is settling with Greg. I really, really do. Even though Kay getting on my nerves this season, she is fine. And she can get a better man. And looks, even though looks are not everything, if Greg was a good dude, I could overlook his looks. But Greg looked like a fucking gremlin and he's an asshole. I don't think that Greg really likes Kiana. I think that Greg loves to have her around for what she can do for him. And I think that Greg wants him to move back into her house with him because he wants her to help him take care of them damn children when they over there. But I think that Kay wants to have her own kids too. So how he gonna act when she get pregnant? Child, I don't know. I don't know. But moving on, the mama ain't with it. She ain't with it. So moving on, we go to Wendy's house. Wendy got on these Dorothy blue slippers, okay? And her mama and her sister come over. So she talks to her mom and her sister. She talks to her sister about their dad and how she just doesn't appreciate the dad didn't text her for her birthday. And the sister is like, girl, I don't even know why you worrying about that man because he always been like that. We haven't seen him in years. And they talk about how the dad hadn't seen the sister in over 20 years. And the sister is just like, girl, I don't give two shits about that man. I've made peace with that. Like, her sister is a whole doctor, live her best life, married with her own damn family and her own children. She ain't stunting the daddy. So then her mom shows up and the mother is like, girl, listen, just keep giving me money and paying my bills and whatnot. And I'm like, I wonder if her mother, after all this money that she done took from Wendy, I wonder if her sister is paying her money too, which I just don't get it. Why are you giving your mother checks every month? That's cool if you can afford it, but clearly with all this shit that Wendy is going through, I think that the reason why Wendy is going through some of the shit that she going through is because her mother has put a lot of pressure on her. She pressured her to stay as a professor at the school so that she can look a certain way. Like the mother want to be, prestigious and say her daughters is doing this and doing that. Child, Wendy, you need to stop trying to cater to your damn mama. I love my mama. Lord knows I do. But my mother would not put me in dire straits either. And I'm not saying that the reason why they're in this situation is totally because of their mother, but being on TV is one hell of a thing, is one hell of a drug. I tell you that. Because people have a need to look a certain way. You feel like you got to wear the labels. You got to look like you have a certain amount of money. And your body gotta look a certain way. You gotta do this and you gotta do that. The pressure for these people on this TV is just it's crazy. It's crazy. But Wendy mama, she don't give two shits about their daddy. And she just like, girl, just go on. She talking about he got 200. He can have 200 children if he wants, but he can only have one Wendy. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Her mom tried to make her feel good, but then she goes on and asks for some money. But I think the mom is very protective of her, and it is what it is. So they go walking around the house, and Wendy's showing them all these renovations that she doing in her house. Child, all these renovations, and you got to sell the house. Ain't that fucked up? Damn. So the ladies go to dinner. Kay, Ashley, basically everybody shows up. Stacy shows up last. Everybody is there. Monique shows up. Giselle is there. They all are like talking trash about Stacy until Stacy gets there. So, oh, I'm sorry, my bad, y'all. Giselle is not at this dinner. It's just Monique, Wendy, Ashley, and Kay. So Wendy has a conversation with everybody before Stacy gets there to basically say, listen, it's a lot. Y'all have made all these accusations about Stacy. And, she was like, when Sharice was on the phone, because Sharice called earlier in the episode, Sharice called Chris and asked him, hey, what is going on? why do you know exactly what we're talking about? We're filming right now. Why is it that you know what Monique is talking about or whatever? And or basically asking him, did he talk to anybody on the cast about Monique? And Chris was like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Now, Monique has said in this scene that Chris is also messy as well. So Monique is like, she's already made it clear. Cookie, which is the main liaison of bullshit at this point. So Cookie is cool with Karen. Karen, she don't really fool with Stacy like that. So I think that this is just a scheme that Karen set up to come back with the bullshit. Okay. She don't fuck with Stacy. So she's setting the stage for her to basically beef with Stacy when she gets back. And I'm like, Karen, I need you to have a different angle, because all of these ladies are just taking the easy route. I think that everybody taking the easy route. And Stacy is just not having it. She throwing all y'all off her scent. So they're talking about this whole thing with Chris Samuels, Stacy talking to Chris Samuels, and she calling Chris, telling him what Monique is saying, because Monique was actually very vulnerable with the group when she talked about why she got a divorce, and how she had to do a whole lot of healing, and how she had to love herself, and this, that, and the third. So Stacy comes and she's like, before she got there, Wendy was talking about how Stacy said she wanted to talk to Monique about this whole situation, but she didn't feel comfortable with Kay being there, which I don't understand why Kay is there anyway. And I think that Kay was the one that called Cookie, and Cookie called Chris. I think Kay called and started all this shit. That's what I think. Because why it's so convenient that somebody called right away. Why would Stacy even care to call Chris Samuels? She over here with her husband. She's not thinking about Chris Samuels, and she don't need him for a storyline. Y'all do. Y'all are the ones that are pressed to get Stacy and Chris linked up some kind of way to cause a ruckus. And I hope Chris getting paid for these conversations, y'all calling him on his damn phone talking shit. So Stacy, they go to a scene where Stacy's like, no, I have never fucked Chris Samuels. We ain't gone out. We talked a couple times, but it ain't shit. And Monique is like, okay, well, listen, I've moved on. I'm healed. I'm not tripping or tricking off of Chris. Okay. I feel like Monique is like at a point in her life where, listen, I got married for money, and prestige and all this and the third. I don't need that anymore. I got the coins. I'm on TV. I don't care. So Stacy says, listen, I haven't even been talking to Chris Samuels. Chris texts me about me and my daughter on the cover of this magazine. He says beautiful, and she didn't respond. Then he says, Dad, you couldn't even respond to my text message, and whatever, something like that. I guess she ain't respond fast enough to him after he said beautiful and she didn't answer. So then, because she's like, I'm back with my husband, so I ain't checking for him. And so he tells her thank you would be appropriate because she didn't respond to him. And then I guess because she didn't respond to that either, he says, hey, hit me up. So Monique is like, oh, so he's been stalking you. And she said, no, he sent me this message on June 1st or whatever. And she's like, oh, he's been finding out stuff prior too. So I feel like it's a mix of Kay and Ashley that's going back and forth telling Cookie shit, and Cookie in the middle of some bullshit. But this didn't come out the way that they thought it would. They thought that this was going to vex Monique. They weren't counting on Monique being all healed and Namya Rengekyo like she is, okay? They wanted her to be unhinged and fight Stacy. That's what they thought was going to happen. Now that it's not working out, and Monique is basically like, girl, I could give two shits about what the hell Chris Samuels is doing. Long as he picked these kids up and take care of these kids, and long as the woman is good with children, I don't give a shit about what that man is doing, because I already got me a man over town, okay? Not checking for him in the least. So the fact that Ashley and Giselle and Kay continue to come for Stacey over this Chris Samuels thing, it's falling even flatter than it did and on deaf ears rather. Why? So Wendy comes up and conjures up who she thinks was saying this. She said maybe it was Angel, and Bobby said something. Maybe it's Giselle telling Cookie, because her and Cookie have gotten really close since Karen went to jail, and she's been communicating with Cookie to see how Karen is doing. Maybe Kay did it. Maybe she has her theory about everybody. So Ashley leaves the table to go and check on Kay. And so Kay is like, girl, I don't really give a shit about being over there. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, Kay. You want to be over there filming with the ladies, but don't nobody give two shits about you. And that brings me back to when Wendy told Angel, you act like we really want you here. I was like, what? Somebody needed to tell Kay that. So Monique was like, basically, she ain't checking for none of that stuff. Chris be lying, Cookie be lying, and she's just not concerned. She's telling Stacey, you got to be careful with that whole situation. And Chris is messy, and he's trying to pull you right in the mess. And she says she's divorced for a reason. And, listen, it is what it is. Just be careful. Be very careful what you involve yourself in and who you involve yourself with. And listen, I'm with Monique on that. And that was her husband. She was married to him. So she knows what the man is and what he ain't. She ain't married to him no more. She's moved on. So, child, these women need to move on from this damn storyline too, because clearly it is dead and gone. Let's go back up to the top. Sweet Pea says, yes, Klarna. I'm about to start calling her ass Klarna, okay? Pay in 4 payments, bitch, okay? Black Butterfly says Stacey stays reading her in such a classy way. Yeah, she got Kay together, okay? She got her all the way together. D says, hi, Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea says, Angel don't look nothing like them pictures, and don't. Okay, she mad as hell that she don't look like them pictures. I mean, she did just have a baby, but it's like, girl, just let it go, girl. Just let it go. Oh my God, I cannot. It's too much. Black Butterfly says Angel don't have money. Her husband has money. Exactly. Well, I guess her argument would be is his money, our money type stuff. But girl, you trying to throw it in people's faces, but no one cares. This is the Real Housewives of Potomac. The reason why you're on this show is because you have money. This is supposed to be a scene behind the gates, right? We want to see rich women in action. That's what this is. So, girl, boo and bye to your house that was in a magazine in Colorado. First of all, who the fuck want to live in Colorado? Let's start there. Go to bed, Angel. Go to bed in all 9 of your bedrooms that you bought in Potomac, child. Get the fuck out of here. Moving on. Going, paying all them high-ass taxes in Montgomery County. Have fun. Sweet Pea says, where's Giselle Gizzard Neck husband? Oh, she ain't got one. Exactly. Period. Always talking about hide your kids, hide your wife. Shut up, Giselle. You ain't got shit to hide. D. Herfer says Stacey is clever and witty, with the exception of Wendy. No one else can match wits with her. Right. I love that. And I love that Stacey is so unbothered. I just love it. I love how unbothered she is by them. They are so mad that she is not craving their attention. And that's what I really like about Stacey. D says, but why was Ashley broke for 10 years? She must be making a real cute coin at this point. Yeah, because she had this whole Fendi outfit on at this dinner, child. And her wigs and outfits is starting to look a little better because maybe somebody volunteered to style her for a little bit to get her together. And I'm glad about it because everything don't have to be skimpy clothes where your ass and titties is out. D says, I thought Stacey's divorce records are public knowledge. Yeah, but people are questioning that. They were saying there's no seal on it and all this, that, and third. Child, I don't know. Stacy might type that shit up, child. But if she did or didn't, at this point, she wearing her wedding ring again. So they must have went on back and got married if they did get a divorce. And she just ain't saying it yet, acting like, oh, we just don't have any titles. Yes, you do, girl. You've been calling the man your husband. So you got titles or not. D says, we do not care about Ashley and her mama. Not anymore. Same story 10 years later. Right. And Ashley, you got to know we don't give a damn. Your mother don't even give a damn. That's why she's sitting there like, oh, here we go again. We talking about this again? Okay, girl. D says there's more than enough to go around. For sure. Jasmine's here. What's up, Jazz? She says, honestly, I don't understand all the venom with Stacy. Me neither. It's a waste of time. Talk about something else. And that whole spin of, ganging up on one girl every season, that's just getting old and tired too. D. Herford says Jizzy can't help herself. It's who she really is. Yeah, and she need to grow out of that. Because it's really sad. She looks lame as fuck, honestly. Like, she looked like a real Bama. Like, real lame. Constantly worrying about somebody else and trying to haze some damn body. Like, girl, what? You are so lame, Giselle. I feel sorry for her. I really do. D says, either way, he's fine. And that part. D. You ain't never lied. The man is fine, okay? Whether he likes my kind or not, the man is definitely fine, okay? Jazz says, I was thinking Kay's brother is a part of the community. He's very comfortable with giving Kay the bare minimum. Yeah, child, I don't know what the heck going on there, but the brother is fine as all get up, for sure. But, hey, he giving somebody some real good eye candy. Us on this screen, for one. Jazz says, well, Kay gonna have to move on from Greg. She is, because Greg ain't for her. He ain't for her. D says, based on the budget and that light fixture, I saw the renovation was not good at all. Really? Oh, well, you know what, D. Y'all know D know about that stuff because she is star designer over there, okay? I know she was looking all up and through that renovation like, I wouldn't have picked that. D says Jay Bolin is, oh, really? Jay Bolin is styling Ashley now. Okay, so that's why she looked like something. Okay. Oh, Lee has entered the building, y'all. What's up, Lee? Lee, did you get your order? Tell me what you think. Be honest. Let me know. Lee says, hey, Shay and Chad, Angel and Koala. Child, not Koala. It's giving straight bitterness on every scene. And when Ashley gonna get her mama a new wig? Did she leave it under the bridge? Child, right. She over there buying a whole Fendi outfit. She can go and give her mama a new damn wig, child. Lee says, oh, okay. Also, love your products, and the shipping care of the products was perfect. Oh, thank you so much. That makes me so happy. Thank you, Lee. I really, really appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed everything. And I appreciate your support, friend. D. Herford says, yes, really, I could go on and on about that sloppy, unsafe renovation. Ooh. Let me tell you something. I'm going to get my coins together so D can come on down here and do something to this house, okay? I'm going to have D come on right on down here, okay? Child, listen. But y'all, that's it. I ain't got no more. I'm about to take my tail to bed. This is my second video of the day. I will be coming before you tomorrow. I'm gonna just go ahead and do what I gotta do, even if I can't be on camera. I'm gonna just get on here and do my videos, y'all. So I'll be here in the morning to talk about some hot topics. All right. And we are also going to catch up. We'll probably do Salt Lake City as well, the new episode, because it should be available for me to watch it tomorrow. And then Thursday, I'm going to try to hop on here and do Southern Charm and just do a double episode for y'all. So Yes, 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 yes. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Lee says I had to stop my husband from drinking everything up on the first try. Oh, thank you. Oh, tell hubby I appreciate him. I love that. I'm glad that y'all loved it. Listen, healthy can be tasty as well. Okay. It go down smooth, go down good, and it's doing some great things to your body as it's going in there. All right. But thank y'all for y'all support. If anybody else you want to get on a healthy regimen, get you some good juices and sea moss gels and things, go on over to healisticthings.com. The 30% off sale ended yesterday, but I'm cooking up some new things, some new discounts for everybody because it's the end of the year and I just want everybody to cleanse them spirits. Okay, cleanse your body. Get ready for the new year, new you, all healthy. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you are watching this on the replay, let me know. Hashtag replay gang in the chat. Comment down below. Talk to me. I talk back. All right. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can know when I come back up on here. All right. And y'all get y'all some Z's. Thank y'all for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Love y'all. Mean it. Peace out.